And what up, everybody? Welcome back to Furrow Publications YouTube channel. On this channel, I talk about zines and DIY publishing. And today, I want to talk about two comics that I picked up on my travels through Mexico. It's by Estudio called Estudio Paltik, and it's called Codices Infinitos, which is kind of a comic book anthology with different artists from Mexico doing their own renditions. The art varies, the coloring varies. It's a really cool comic to check out. So one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this comic is because, one, the comic book company Estudio Paltik is still open, it's still operating, and here's their website. So this is what the website looks like, Estudio Paltik. I will have that information, of course, in the show notes so that anybody that's interested in following up on the work that they're doing, you can. This is a quick glimpse through their gallery so you guys can see kind of the quality of the work that they're doing. For me personally, I love that, one, it's not completely different, but it definitely has its own style, its own flavor, which is always what you hope to find from different comic book artists, especially different comic book companies. But let's go ahead and get to the task at hand, Codices Infinitos. And so I just thought it was something cool to mention so that anybody that wants to peep out these comics can peep them out. You can still attain them. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the main things that I try to do with this channel is promote art and underground presses and independent media that ultimately you can still attain, you know? And so let's go ahead and do a quick flip through the comic. So real quick, I wanted to talk about the three characters that you'll find in this and the three universes, right? Arango is basically this very cool sci-fi western story where basically humanity has destroyed the planet and we've had to leave, but in leaving, the earth has basically been given to the scum of the earth, and so you have earth kind of revert back into like slavery and like little warlords and things like that. And basically this story here is like a love story of a man looking for his wife, and his wife, his lover, is trying to free her family. Very dope, very dope sci-fi western. Then you have this, which is Vern, El Reino del Mar, which is basically the king of the sea. And this is like an adventure story saga. Basically, they're looking for an algae that they need. They don't specify what it is. Ultimately, he's left at sea, and that's the beginning of this saga. Of now he's left at sea. His crew is talking about going to go look for him. He's in a new world, kind of a no man's land. And he's going to have to kind of figure out this whole new fantasy world. So I feel like this is more of a fantasy. This one right here is actually the only comic book that's in this that already had a series prior to that. You can find the 4-issue series that came out in the 90s in these spots, which will be the same website, Estudio Paltik, which will be in the show notes. But this one right here is a I guess you could say a Mexican take on superheroes in Mexico. So just that in itself was very interesting to me. And ultimately, these characters that we have here are somewhat of, and he says it in one of the first stanzas of like, whether it be right here somewhere. Basically, he says, whether it be magic, science, or something that we don't know yet. And basically, it seems to be one or the other, but it's very mystical, kind of rooted in the occult, kind of. I think they were using this anthology kind of as a springboard to further elaborate on their own characters, right? And this is where their website's at, but of course, I will have that information for you guys in the show notes for you guys to go ahead and check them out and show them some love. And here goes their info as well. Let's go ahead and do a quick flip through issue number 2 as well. They are in Spanish though, so I don't know if I said that or made it clear. They're Mexican comics, so you know they're in Spanish. And like I said, Chicoat, a lot of times there's a lot of Nahuatl words in there. So if you're not familiar with that, it might even be fun as well as kind of like just to stretch out your own language. You know what I mean? Practicando. So here, this is issue 2, right? They already have fan art. And I think it's just so fucking cool and so empowering to see, you know, like a new comic book company being built in Mexico and not trying to do what the big two have done, but trying to do their thing. And they're coming out strong, man. Like I said, I only have 1 and 2, but I plan to get 3 and 4, and then get number 5 when it drops. And like I said, a lot of the characters you find in these anthologies now have their own series ongoing. So they're still building that up, man. And so that's a comic book company. If you guys are able to show them some love and support, go ahead and do that shit. Alright, guys, until next time, lights.